Tom, shut this down because I got to talk to you privately, please. Tom!
Ha 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 ha. I spent all of the money I stole from you. There's not a dime left. I'm going to hack into your bank account to steal more. Ha 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 ha.
Tom!
I stole your money. I wiped out your bank account.
We gotta find her and get her in prison! That whore! That whore has gotta go to prison! Right the now! Now! We're done. Good night. I'm out of here. To the bank I go.
I stole your money. I wiped out your bank account.
What bitch whore?
Thanks, everybody. I'm sure I'm getting a phone call real quick. I just tried calling Perry. Not answering his phone. So I guess he's on his way to the bank, which is unfortunate at this hour when he's covered in peanut butter and birdseed. So, but listen, I just wanted to come back and say thanks. I am a sucker for Rappin' Randy. That was I was sitting here watching the, just seeing Randy in the moon was great. I do have to actually talk to the real Randy. I'll tell you more about that at a later date. But it should be interesting, to say the least. Forgive me for not being more elaborate on that. But anyway, I wanted to come back and say thanks, everybody. I had a really weird week, so I'm not gonna sit here and do an after hours. Although I know I've said that in the past, and it's exactly what I've done. So, but I did want to give you a little teaser. So I put it up on Patreon today, and I think it just plays into the stream. It's about 20 minutes. It's a phone call from our Patreon, which you should all sign up for. But Perry called me on Friday right after the stream, very similar to this. When he darts off to the bank, he called his cousin Mark, because Mark's Perry's accountant, and Mark handles all of Perry's funds from PCL and manages his stuff. And he called him in a panic, and of course Mark is like, Mark doesn't watch every second of the stream. He whatever, he's here and there, but he was kind of like, what the hell are you talking about, Perry? So I thought I'd play that as it just kind of plays into things that were going on the stream tonight, and also from Friday. And also, it's a good teaser for Patreon. If you're not on Patreon, do me a favor and sign up for Patreon. It helps me, it helps Perry, and I think it's a good service. And of course, this stream will be on Patreon tomorrow. I always get people that send a message like, hey, I was watching the stream from Monday and now it's not there anymore. Yeah, I don't keep it on Patreon, on YouTube, for many reasons, but a lot of it gets dinged with copyright and stuff like that from media share, and that all has to be sorted out. Dear Tom, I have a noob question. Does Perry ever get it when you're joking with him? It seems he has one speed rage. Well, yeah, sometimes he does. I think very interesting dynamic with Perry today, because I thought you had two Perrys. There was two Perrys, and they shifted about halfway. Perry was actually very reasonable. Like, even that pitch, I thought he was going to scream at the top of his lungs when we pitched the crowdsource to cover his face in peanut butter. So, and then he was very reasonable about it, and then he snapped at some point and came. Is Mark doing better? He is. He's doing a lot better. Thank you for asking. He got a much better diagnosis than original, than originally. You know, he still needs to be, you know, looked after and, you know, kept in your thoughts and everything. But it's a lot better than it was when I first mentioned it. So that was interesting. Well, not interesting is a poor choice of words. It was relieving to hear that. But yeah, and so I didn't really talk to Perry over the weekend, but he did call me after the stream on Friday, and the only setup required here is on Friday's stream. He got a tip comment from his sister-in-law Amy saying that she found his secret savings account that. And she was gonna drain it, and of course the second the stream was over, Perry called Mark's Perry's cousin, who again is his accountant, and then after that call he called me. So I received this call about 20 minutes after we went off the air on Friday, and I'm going to play it here. It's on our Patreon, but there's so many other things on our Patreon. You're gonna love it when you sign up. There's thousands upon thousands of hours of exclusive phone calls, voicemails, and all that kind of stuff. Here it goes.
Hello.
I just got off the phone with my cousin Mark. He doesn't know what the fuck I was talking about that fucking high desert whore.
What are you talking about?
Well, what am I talking about? She was just on the stream today making a remark saying that she just found my savings account. What in the fuck is going on?
Okay.
This fucking cunt found my savings account now? She better not have found anything.
Hold it, back up a second.
She found my savings account, she said? Dude, that's my savings for PCL. If she fucking found this PCL savings account and hacked into the PCL savings account, dude, I am fucked. Do you get or understand what this fucking high desert whore is up to? Because, man, it is scaring the fucking shit out of me. My PCL savings, that's my retirement money. That's the money to buy a house with. That's my retirement funds. PCL savings. Yeah, that's my retirement money. If she fucking found this fucking account out, how did she find this out?
I don't know what's going on, first of all. And I know all about it, Perry, because guess what? I'm the guy who set it up for you. So, yes, I know what it is.
I know you did, and thank you. But fuck, man, I don't need the whole fucking world to know how much money I have or anything more about my fucking savings account. Shit.
The whole world doesn't know. The whole world doesn't know. I don't know where you're getting that from.
The high desert fucking whore, my sister-in-law, Amy Liberante, Brian's fucking wife, just made a remark saying that she found my savings account and she's going to fuck me and leave me only $1.34. Dude, you better fucking seal this shit up, change banks or something, because this bitch is going to fucking ruin us. That's also why I called Mark, and he's supposed to be the one that's supposed to be managing that account. And that's why he spoke to me like I was fucking out of my mind. Mark talked to me like I was out of my fucking mind. And like he didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. Like I'm a fucking crazy guy. He does that to me sometimes, and it pisses me off.
Well, hold on a second. We've only been off the air for about 20 minutes. Did you call him the second the stream was over?
Yeah, I called him up immediately when the stream ended, and I said, I told him that he's fucking up with this fucking Amy bullshit. I got into Mark's face, and I told him straight out, I said, dude, you need to be protecting me and protecting my funds. What the fuck's going on, man? I got into his face, and then he gets back on the phone with me like I'm crazy. Like he goes, I don't know what in the fuck you're talking about. He says, speak in English. And I says, Amy, the fucking bitch, the fucking thief, the lying fucking cunt bitch, high desert whore. That's what I'm talking about.
What did he say after that?
He stalled, and then I go, hello? And then he says, Amy? He says, yeah. He goes, we haven't spoken to Amy in years. I says, boy, are you fucking stupid. I said, she's on the stream almost every fucking stream. And then she gets in my face telling me that she's gonna find my bank funds. And then she said just a couple minutes ago that she found my bank funds and that she's gonna leave me $1.34 like she did to us at that mom's bank account at B of A. God damn it. Then Mark goes, she can't do that. She's got no ability to do that. Then I says, boy, are you a motherfucking moron? She's a fucking hacker. She's thieving everybody. She's fucking over everybody. She's robbing all of us. Fucking hacking whore.
What did he say after that?
He hung up the phone on me, and he first says, go take a nap, and then he hangs up the phone.
Ooh.
I'm like, well, what the fuck is going on here now? Mark's supposed to be taking care of my PCL funds. All those disgusting, gross, abusive, demoralizing remarks that come into the stream, he's the one that takes care of that account. And now I got my cunt whore fucking sister-in-law saying that she's hacking it.
Do me a favor. Give Mark a break about this.
Give Mark a break about this? What are you talking about?
Well, I'm talking about he's a little overwhelmed. He does a lot for you, okay? So just maybe chill out a little bit, and we'll think of something else.
I'm going to fire his ass and then get a real accountant who's going to fucking protect me from this high-desert motherfucking whore. This bitch is out to rob us, and I don't want it to fucking happen. You get it?
I get it. I get
fucking thief.
I get that you're
tired
upset.
of this crap.
I get it. Okay, first of all, firing Mark, who's like one of your best allies, is a bad idea. So let's just forget about that, okay? Second of all,
what?
Second of all, maybe Mark didn't have a bad idea. Maybe you should lay down and take a nap.
You know, fuck you too. I'm firing your fucking ass as well. I'm tired of this garbage. All right? Do you not get what this fucking bitch is all about? She's already sold my stream. She's out to fucking destroy my life. She's out to ruin us. Not just me, us. God damn it, I'm fucking tired of this shit.
Okay, I get it. All right, listen. When was the last time you heard from Amy, like, face-to-face or on a phone call or something like that wasn't on the stream?
I won't talk with them, number one. Since my mom's death, and that little backyard barbecue at Brian and Amy's place up in fucking Quartz Hills.
What backyard barbecue was this?
Seen them and spoke to them.
What backyard barbecue was this? Like, when was this?
When mom passed away.
Okay. So 2008.
After the funeral.
2008 or 2009?
2009.
Okay. And were things cordial then? This is before they did the bank account stuff, right?
Yeah, it was cordial on that day, but it was cordial to make it look like, you know, mom's dead. Okay, everybody's crying and shit, and being all loving and this and that and that and this. But let me get to the funeral. Yeah, July 13th, 2009.
Okay.
Yeah,
but things were, that's the last time you saw either one of them in person.
Right, correct.
And what was the relationship up to that point with Amy? Like, how long had Brian been married to her? Like, what?
I don't remember when they got married. Yeah, I don't have a wedding date on when they got married. But they've been together since from the racetrack. And that's where they met. They met at Willow Springs. Now they got married. They had a child. And they named them Race.
Right, okay, but anyway, my point is how was the relationship with her up to that point where you're at the backyard thing? Was it cordial, or was there animosity early on?
No, it was cordial. It was cordial. We all got along until my mom died.
Until
So my mom was kaput. Yeah. Yeah, we all got along until my mom passed away.
And what, she was a hospice nurse?
And then Amy played as the hospice nurse for my mom's funeral. Yeah.
What do you mean played a hospice nurse? She wasn't legitimately a hospice nurse? I thought that's what she did.
she said she was. I don't know how true that is or not. She said she was, and she did the hospice.
And then she got your mom to sign off.
Yeah, at the bank. I forgot the name of that.
Something
bank.
About the will.
Yep.
Okay. And then, okay,
Yep.
so now since that incident, obviously you took them to court, and
right.
What was the result of that? That you didn't? I don't think that went your way.
No, it didn't. Did
okay.
not.
So since that, did you ever see them in court, or was it?
I saw Brian at the courthouse.
Okay. And that was the last time you saw him?
Yep. That was it.
Okay. Obviously, you've had some trials and tribulations with this woman.
Now that I started PCL and being successful and making a living for myself, making money, who comes out of the woodwork? Well, my brother Brian and his fucking lying bitch, whore, thieving wife, Amy. The two of them, man, all their entire life, in my life, all they want to do is just fucking ruin us. Just fucking thievingly ruin us. From my mom's will funds to whatever they can get their hands on. Now she wants to steal my PCL savings and steal the stream and destroy me? Fuck that bitch. She's not an entertainer. She's got no true honorable ability to take my stuff. That's why I didn't just go straight to the Lancaster Police Department. I went straight to the FBI. I figure the FBI is the top-notch, police department, because the local PD doesn't do squat, but the FBI is supposed to do everything. What did they do? Oh, they couldn't handle it. Then it's got to go local. Oh, fuck that. I don't know what to say anymore. You know, that's why this bitch gets away with all these fucking things. Because even the FBI doesn't want to touch her. They say it's a family matter. And now I don't have my fucking Instagram account. Why? Because she or people that she deals with hacked my account. I'm not going to blame the Russians. I'm going to blame her.
We'll look into see if we can get that back, Barry. But to be honest, I think you were at a point where you needed a little bit of a break from it anyway. Don't you agree?
Whatever.
Listen, what do you want me to do about this situation?
What can we do? I want Amy Liberante and Brian Liberante to go behind bars for as long as we can keep them behind bars. That's what I want done.
Okay. Do you know of any crimes that they might be up to? I mean, you kind of alluded to the fact that your brother is kind of sketch. Both brothers, honestly, are kind of sketchy with their, scams and things like that. Other than the things that she said.
Brian sold a boat in Arizona from a client, and when my dad saw that boat out in front of the house, he lost his fucking mind. Brian doesn't have a place to hide it, so where does he take the boat? Right in front of their own home. Then Brian gets arrested and goes to jail for, I think, 2 or 3 years. Three years.
Okay. I think you told me about this. This is when he was a kid, right? Or a teenager or something?
No, God, no. It was after my auto accident.
Well, I don't know how old he would be at that time. So how old is he at that time?
He's 6 years older than me. I was like 21-ish. I'm thinking that was like between 83. Okay, I moved to Costa Mesa in September 83.
Okay, round about mid-80s, he was in his 20s, right? Early 20s.
Between 84 and 86.
Okay, so whatever. Let's say he was in his early 20s or mid-20s. Okay, just for context. So he stole a boat. Obviously, he's tried as an adult, and he goes to jail.
Right.
How long was he in jail for? Prison?
I think 3 years, or I believe 3 years, Arizona.
Wow, 3 years in prison. Jeez. For stealing a boat? That's harsh.
Oh, no. There were a few other crimes, I think.
Did you ever go visit him in prison? Like, was it an outing?
No, we didn't. We never went. We never visited him in prison.
Really?
When
Not even your
Dad,
parents?
when my father had a place over here in Redondo Beach. I
Yeah.
believe it was Redondo. No, wait. Because it was my dad, myself, and my nephew Michael that drove to Phoenix to get the BMW 323 out of the house in Arizona while Brian was in jail, and then drive back in two cars. So,
Jeez Louise. Okay.
yeah, we took
So,
the
okay, but
BMW.
aside from that, that was in his 20s. Like, has he had other dalliances with the law? You know, has he been on the wrong side of the law other than that?
I have no clue. I have no idea.
Okay. And what about Amy? Does she have a criminal background that you know of?
Again, I don't know anything about Amy.
Really? Okay.
I know nothing about that woman. All I know is that I believe they met at Willow Springs Raceway. And now my nephew, Race, teaches people how to drive race cars at the raceway.
How do you know that?
Because he was when he was a young kid, Brian got him into lay down go-kart racing.
No, but how do you know that he teaches now?
Because he was starting to teach people how to race car drive when he was like fucking, I think 9 or 10 years old.
Okay.
It was like my nephew was named Race to learn how to race, to be a race car driver, and to teach race car driving. Bam! That's
right.
what they brought him up to be, and that's exactly what he is.
Okay.
Yeah, he
Right,
got
so
a
listen.
nasty. What?
Listen. As far as this stuff goes, don't bother Mark about this stuff, okay? If you have concerns about Amy and, you know, hacking into your finances, and I understand it's serious stuff.
This is deadly fucking serious, of course.
Okay? And I understand there's concerns.
Dude, listen to me, please. My PCL savings account must not ever get hacked.
I get it. Fair. And
I repeat,
right.
my PCL savings must never, ever, ever get hacked. I told Mark, I said, look, I said, think like Jack Janis used to, our attorney when I was a young kid. He always used independent banks for legal stuff. So let's get the fucking savings account away from Chase. So that my sister-in-law wouldn't know where the hell to go. Let her think that I only use Chase Bank.
Perry, let's put the brakes on for a second. Let's not bother Mark with this again. And let's just see how things go. Because, you know, here's the deal with banks, okay? Unless you personally, now you've been guilty of this yourself, okay? The couple of times where you've been allegedly hacked, where you've lost funds, when we pull back the layers of it and investigate a little bit, you're the one who did it because you gave these people access, like mistakenly. Now, I'm not saying that you gave it willingly.
That was the stupid fucking move I made with that girl.
Right.
That was the dumbest fucking
I'm
move
not
I've
even
ever
talking
made
about
with that
Danica
girl.
Patrick. I'm talking about years ago when you really got hacked because the people were claiming to be from Microsoft or whatever, and you're giving the whole farm away on the phone, obviously. But I think you know better now.
I definitely know better now.
Okay, so there's that. But banks have protections, okay? You're protected from, unless you're, the only thing that they can't protect you from that's a gray area is if you literally like wire transfer somebody money internationally, because that takes like serious effort. Like I actually saw something pop up on like YouTube or something like that, and there was a story about somebody that was actually a Chase account where they got hacked. They didn't get hacked. They got basically a text alert sent to their phone, and they said, "Hey, this is Chase. You need to call us right away."
Right.
And, you know, obviously now you know if you see that on your phone, you know that's BS because Chase isn't going to do that. Okay. But anyway, this woman called them and they said, "Hey, your account's been compromised. We need to shift your money to another overseas account just to protect it." Now, listen, if I heard this, if like a lot of people heard this, we'd be like, this is ridiculous. Right now, if somebody called you and said they were from Chase, or you called a number thinking it was Chase, and they say, hey, you got to transfer all your money internationally, what would you say to that?
Let me call you right. Give me your phone number again, and I'll call you right back.
Okay. Well, you should just hang up the
Yeah.
phone, period. But
No,
okay, that's good.
I want her phone number. I'll call you up, and I'll ask you about it, and then I'll call her back.
Okay. Now, what if you didn't get me on the phone? What if you got my voicemail? Would you wait to hear from me?
I'd have to hear from you first, or forget about it.
Okay. All right, good. Because that's a scam. I'm just going to tell you, that's a scam.
Definitely.
So in this woman's case, she went through this whole process where she transferred her Chase checking account, whatever it was, checking or savings, and I think it was something like $15,000, okay, which is a lot of money, and wire transferred it to this place, and turns out it was a complete scam. And then she goes to Chase looking for like, hey, how come you didn't protect me? And they were like, well, listen, you went through a lot of steps to do this. So they, in this case, they didn't reimburse her because she went through so many steps. But again, it does, because these scammers, what they do is they bamboozle people, like older people, people who are more naive, people who are more susceptible to. Now, I've trained you pretty well to understand that these things are out there.
Thank you very much.
Right. So anyway, my point is, barring that situation, in most cases, if like your credit card gets dinged for, some other person gets a hold of your credit card at charge, you're protected from that. They'll take care of that, and they'll refund you, and they'll issue a new card. And with a bank account, if there's like, withdrawals that you didn't authorize, or Mark doesn't authorize in this case, they're going to notify him, or they're going to notify him or you, and say, hey, did you authorize this? So I think the bank itself protects you on a baseline level, so you don't have to worry about that, okay? At least for now.
Okay.
What are you doing? What's all that noise?
I'm organizing some things over on the floor,
Okay, can you do that later, maybe, when we're not talking about something important?
Sure. Let me use
you called me about
right now.
this.
If you want me to, let me use the toilet right now, and I will keep talking to you.
Thank
so
you.
I don't have
it's always a pleasure. It's always a pleasure to be invited on this.
No,
trip.
it's not. It's not a pleasure for you hearing me pee. So I'm not peeing directly into the bowl. I'm peeing on the side of the bowl. So you don't hear me.
You know what? That's what a gentleman does. That's a gentleman move.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't want to make it noisy. So.
Yeah. Okay, listen. What I'm going to say is just enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
Let's not worry about anything with your account. I think your account's in good hands. Mark knows what he's doing.
If you say that, then thank you.
I do. Okay, and if anything pops up on the radar, he'll let us know, and we'll figure it out. Okay, but you're protected. Okay. All right.
Thank you. That's what I want to hear.
All right.
I need to
I
hear
will
I'm
talk
protected.
to you later.
Okay.
I will.
Now I'm going to go snowboarding. Fuck it. Leave it now.
It's really funny, Perry.
Okay.
Goodbye, Perry.
All right, man. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
So that's from our collection of many Patreon calls. That was from Friday. And if you join Patreon, there's literally thousands upon thousands of hours of examples like that, of stuff that's just supplementary to the streams. So there's that. But I want to stay along because I just got a call from Perry, so I'm going to take it here on the I did take it. I just put him on hold, so I'm going to talk to Perry right now, and we'll see what's going on. Hello, Perry?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm on the air. So what's going on? I called you and you didn't answer.
Yeah, I just walked in from the bank. Thank God that fucking bitch didn't hack my account.
So everything's okay?
Today.
Okay. Did you have time to take a shower, or did you dart out with...
Not yet. I still got all that fucking peanut butter and shit on my body.
So you drove to the bank with peanut butter and birdseed on your...
With all that shit on me, yes.
How would you have explained that if you got pulled over?
I do a stream, and this is part of the stream.
Like the officer pulls it. Excuse me, sir. Whoa. What's going on with that? Like what's all?
Yeah, I know. I would explain it, but then I would also explain my sister-in-law too.
Okay, so let's role play. I'm the officer. I pull you over. Let's say you
You're not the officer. We're not going to role play. I'm fucking fed up with that fucking cunt bitch whore and her sarcasm and her bullshit. We got to end this fucking garbage now.
Okay, well, hold on a second.
Now.
Sir.
Over and out.
Sir, hold on a second. You made a left-hand turn. You didn't put your signal on. Whoa, what is that all over your face, sir?
It's called peanut butter and birdseed.
Why is peanut butter and birdseed all over your face?
Because I do a stream, and this is stupid stream with stupidity and ignorance and garbage that fucking make me look like a goddamn motherfucking moron. Yeah, excuse me for swearing, officer, but yes, okay?
Where are you on your way to, sir?
Home.
Where are you coming from?
The bank.
Why were you going?
Checking my account to make sure it's still legit, rather than being stolen by my demonic, demented, evil, satanic worshiping, thieving garbage.
Well, what are you talking about, sir? Who's looking to rob you? Is this a report I need to make?
My sister-in-law is out to fucking take over my life.
Who's your sister-in-law?
Amy Liberante. Yeah, write that in your file, okay? Because she needs to go to jail today, tonight, and for the next fucking 50 years.
Okay, sir.
She needs to go to jail.
I'm gonna have to ask you to step out of the vehicle.
For what? I didn't do anything wrong.
I just need to take a little sobriety test. This is a very unusual stop.
It's not gonna happen. Thank you.
Sir, please, I'm not going to ask you again.
I am telling you, it's not gonna fucking happen. You got it?
Sir, kindly.
Arrest me, motherfucker! It's not going to fucking happen!
534 requests backup at the corner of La Cienega.
Yeah, that's right! Back up! Fucking throw me in jail, you cocksucker! Throw me in fucking jail! You're a fucking whore! Good luck, good night, have a nice life, you fucking prick!
This man...
Over and out, understand me? Good night!
Caucasian male, about 5'5".
5'5"? Well, thank you for fucking up the description of my body.
Gonna need backup. Sir, I'm just asking you if you can get out of the car. You know, you could have been on your way by now, but you made it so much more difficult.
5'5". God, you're a fucking moron.
I'm the officer. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
You're usually so reverent to authority figures. You bow down before them. I don't think you...
No, I don't. No.
Did
Did
anybody see... Hold on a second. Okay, listen, I'll drop the police officer thing.
Because back in Orange County, I used to put the cops in their place constantly. And I used to go to jail constantly, too.
Wait, you went to jail constantly? This is new. What did you go to jail for?
Speeding, reckless driving, evading officers. I'm doing over 100 some odd miles an hour in my old Shelbys. Both cars.
Say that again?
Speeding, reckless driving, evading officers.
When did you evade officers?
Back in the mid-'80s.
How many times? I know that one time you told me about.
Yeah, that was New Year's Eve with Lenore. That time, I used to have fights with the cops in Palm Springs with the pool matter and skateboarding downtown. But we actually all knew each other too. So we were friendly to each other, and we were also... I was also a bastard to them too. After my auto accident, though, everybody and I got along, and we all were really nice with each other.
Wait, so this is like the Dukes of Hazzard? Like you were bad guys at some times, and other times you were buddy-buddy?
The other time buddy-buddy was after my near-death auto accident.
No, that's 19. I'm talking about the mid 80s, Perry. That has nothing to do with that. You're going back in time. I'm saying mid 80s, Perry.
Sorry. Shelby driving Perry. Shelby driving Perry got.
All right, listen. How many times have you been arrested? Like literally arrested. I don't mean like, stopped by the cops or detained or anything like that. Like actually arrested, like put through the system.
In a car?
No, arrested. You know what being arrested is? It means you have a mugshot taken. It means that you're fingerprinted and.
Or with emptying swimming pools.
No, Perry, answer the question, please. You're being evasive. How many times have you been arrested?
From. We're gonna go from the beginning. Holy smokes. God, I can't even count it. Well over a dozen. Well over a dozen.
You have a rap sheet of over a dozen arrests, like arrest, not like the police had a stern word with you, not that you were written a ticket or an appearance ticket. You were arrested.
Arrested, yes.
Okay, and what were some of the things you were arrested for?
Draining swimming pools and private property, breaking an entry, draining their pools.
So this all has to do with your trespassing when you were a punk with the skateboarding?
When I was a punk.
Okay, but that's 70s. What about 80s? Like what are you arrested for in the 80s?
80s, a couple times downtown. I got busted once for speeding on my bicycle, for doing 60 on my bicycle on the 35. That was after having a fucking humongous argument with Brian on the phone for taking my money again.
Wait, so how far back was Brian trying to take your money?
Ever since I got a settlement from my near-death auto accident.
Okay, listen, I have a next-door neighbor who is a detective, and he could probably pull your record. But I don't want to bother him if what you're saying is not true. I have a hard time believing that you have been arrested 12 times.
I don't remember. God, I don't remember all the simple small arrests from skateboarding was a lot.
Okay, like when you were caught by the police for arson when you were a kid, they just kind of slapped you on the wrist, right?
More or less, and then put cuffs on me, put me in the back of a cop car, took me over to the West Valley PD right here on Van Owen, right over here, and that was then. And then what was it? Like a few months later, I joined the DAP. And then 6 months later, Mom moved me out to the desert. Yeah, I wasn't in DAP very long.
All right. Okay. I mean, I have a feeling that you're either misremembering or embellishing or something because I can't imagine
driving with my Dodge. I had a.
Okay, listen. How about this, Barry? How many times were you actually in a jail cell, handcuffed and put in behind bars, even if it was for an hour or whatever?
God, I think 3 or 4, maybe more. Maybe more, I'm not sure. I was in jail in Palm Springs. More than I can even think of or remember. For frivolous, stupid shit. Mostly, of course.
Right, but how many times? Again, you're not answering the questions. How many times were you actually in, like, I don't know, behind
bars?
Yeah, well, yeah, but I don't know. I'm trying to think of like a scenario that you can understand. So how many times were you behind bars in any scenario? I don't care if it was like a Mayberry jailhouse, but any jailhouse, anything, even if it was for like go in here for
12 years old. Listen, 12 years old with the arson stupidity. Okay, that's the first one. That's here when I lived in Tarzana down the street. Palm Springs, my God. 7 years in Palm Springs, in jail out there. At least 3 times.
Okay, so what? I know one of the times you were speeding away from like military police. Do I have that right?
That was with Lenore. That was the New Year's Eve matter.
Which was what? For anybody who hasn't heard that, what was that, real quick?
Wait a second. Are you on the air with this?
No, it's just you and me, Perry. Yes, of course. I told you that when you called.
Then I'm hanging up right now. Bye.
No, Perry, we're in the middle of a conversation, Perry. This is after hours. You're fine. What was the New Year's Eve thing? Oh, this bitch. Did he hang up? I hate when he does that. Hold on, I'll get him back.
Please leave your message.
I'm getting it back. Hold on. Cliffhanger. I'll go on his goddamn computer if he doesn't answer. I do not like being hung up on by him.
That was not for the fucking public to know about.
Hey, Perry, you've already told it for the public, ding dong. Okay,
well,
so
I'm not letting anyone know anymore.
Well, Perry, everybody know, and Perry, you're not allowed to hang up on me like a child.
I just did it. I'm hanging up and shutting the phone off.
No, you're not, Perry. No, you're not. Okay, you're gonna stop being a baby. Okay, and then I'm gonna wrap up with this. I just quickly tell the New Year's Eve story that you've told before on the air, so it's nothing new.
I took a girl. Look, this girl, Lenore, was kind of a drug addict, okay? And I was dating her, okay? Her mom and I talked about getting her some help. And I said that I used to live in Palm Springs, in the Betty Ford Clinic. It was not far from where I used to live. I know where it's at. I could bring her to the Betty Ford Clinic. So she says, great, let's check it out and see if she'll accept staying there. So I go, okay, so it's New Year's Eve, 84, 85. So I take, 84, 85. So I take Lenore up to Palm Springs. We go over to the Betty Ford Clinic. She checks it out, and I looked at it. We got some written information and stuff. And she was saying that she didn't want to stay there then. So I says, okay. I go, well, let's go over to Brandy's, downtown Palm Springs, people that I know. We'll get a bite to eat and stuff and go from there. So we go to Brandy's. In the bar, there's a friend of mine, an ex-employee, co-worker from when I used to work for Vaughn's grocery store, playing pool. So I went over and I said hello, and he invited me to play the next game of pool with him. So I says, great, all right, no problem. So Lenore's standing at the bar. Next thing happens is 4 Marines walk in, start rapping with her, start talking to her and stuff. I'm playing pool. She walks over to me. She says, these guys are, Secret Service agents that need me to go with them to bring me back to Ecuador, and then there's some bullshit going on. was like the biggest, stupidest, moronic lie to get me to go home back to Palm Springs without her. That she was going to be taken care of and everything. So I fell for the stupidity, then I stopped and I said, "Wait a second, no. I didn't want to let her go with these guys, but it was 4 Marines that she said they're going to get in my face, they were going to murder me and this or that if they didn't let her go with them. So I started to leave. And as I started to leave, there was a Marine station wagon pulling up behind me. When I saw that happen, I just jetted out of the desert. And as I'm jetting out of the desert, that station wagon's following me as well. All the way through, all the way down the 10, down the 60, down the 91, back to the 55. And when I got onto the 55, I got pulled over. What was that? I was doing like 105 on the 55 or 95 on the 55 when I got pulled over. But my God, I was going between about 115 most of the way there till I got back onto the 55. I think I slowed down when I got onto the 55 doing 95.
All right, I don't know how you managed to get into the weeds of an exciting story like this, but you did. So what was the end result? They caught up to you?
They caught up to me. I pulled off on MacArthur. They arrested me.
How did they treat you when they caught up to you? Did they pull you out of the car, or did you get out willingly? Did they slam you against the car and handcuff you?
I don't even remember how they treated me.
Okay. All right.
I don't remember. Yeah, I remember them. Let's see. I pulled over. Yeah, I remember them pulling me. They might have pulled me out of the car and slammed me up against my car, and then frisked me, vigorously. But yeah, I think that's how it happened. And then I spent the night in jail. And while I was in jail that night, there's a bunch of Mexican inmates and stuff looking at me like they all want to fuck me in the ass and shit. I got scared to death. Scared to fucking death. And then one of the inmates looks at me and makes a sarcastic remark, and then I sarcastically remarked back to him. I forget what I said. And then he punched me in the jaw, knocked me on the ground, and I started crying. And then one of the deputies grabbed me out of there and pulled me into a private cell until my mom picked me up the next morning.
So did your mom have to bail you out?
Yes.
How much was the bail? Do you remember?
I have no idea. I don't remember. I don't remember. Can I go?
Well, give me another example. That's the one you've told that before, but what's another example of you been actually arrested?
We're done. I don't want to talk about this stuff anymore. Okay? That's why we're done.
Good night, Perry. I'll talk to you later. All right. I don't think he's been arrested past that one time, and yeah, I'm pretty good pals with my neighbor, and he's a detective, as I said, and I'm actually coaching t-ball, Teddy's t-ball team, and his son is also on the team. So we have our first practice tomorrow, actually. So maybe if I talk to him and we have a joking kind of moment together, I will bring it up, But it's not. I know. It seems like it's easy for like friends. If you have a friend, it's just very easy for them to like look somebody up in their system, and it kind of is. But it also takes a lot of. It takes a lot of work, and I think it reports to like the system or whatever that somebody was looking up a name. So I'd want to be sure. That's what I was trying to get. So Perry's a very unreliable narrator. So as you all know, so it's hard to. I don't know. It's hard to figure that out. But anyway, guys, I just want to say thanks for hanging out for the entire stream as always. Really great media shares tonight. Too many to name, but the Talking Amy got me, and again, Rappin' Randy off the charts, and so many. I always kind of chuckle at the Bruce Willis Moopy song, and the fact that Perry thinks that he was going to jump on stage with was it Lizzie Bourdain at the Rainbow celebration. So anyway, just kind of fun. Anyway, I'm glad we had that little bonus time with Perry, but yeah, I really would have liked to get to the bottom of that more. Maybe someday we will. But anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out, and I'm gonna say goodnight, and we'll see you on Friday. Okay. How difficult would it be to convince Perry his apartment is haunted? Pretty difficult, because I don't think he buys into that stuff. Amy says, I can get you Perry's arrest record. I'll ping you on Discord. Don't ping me on Discord. I'm not on there, but shoot me an email to perrycaravello@gmail.com, Amy. Definitely. Or get in touch with Jim on Discord vis-a-vis that. But yeah, definitely. If you could shoot me an email, that would be great. perrycaravello@gmail.com. TomB requests to do a ride along with my neighbor. Well, again, he's not a New York City detective, but I don't know if the ride alongs are that exciting. But some of the things he's told me are kind of piques my ear a little bit. As far as like things that you wouldn't think would happen. Like kind of around where I live that do. So yeah, he's look, not the worst thing in the world to live next to a detective. And plus, his whole place is like decked out in like cameras and stuff, and yeah, it's pretty. No one's gonna mess with this guy. But yeah, I'll if Amy, if you can't sort that out, I would like to go through his full arrest. This has piqued my interest now. If anybody has the power to pull up Perry's alleged arrest record. Yeah, and I can provide you with information that would maybe narrow it down. I'm sure he's not the only. I don't know. Maybe he is the only Perry Caravello. Who knows? But anyway, guys, good night. Have a great week, and we'll see you on Friday for Mailbag Friday. All right, PCL for life.